My sister and I simultaneously awakened two systems. The cleansing system consumes stamina to purge anything. The hoarding system provides its own private dimension. Pitying her frailty, I chose the grueling cleansing system. My sister chose the hoarding system. A week later, the apocalypse arrived. Bone, chilling cold, endless zombies. I used the cleansing system to slaughter the undead. I became a hero. She was a mere warehouse keeper. During a battle with 7 lethal zombies, I was wounded, dying. She locked the safe house door. With cold indifference, she sneered. Why are you the hero, while I am just a common servant? I opened my eyes again. She claimed cleansing first. She is also reincarnated, I smiled. She ignores the true cost of cleansing. The cleansing system demands massive physical stamina. Even with my strength, it left me bedridden. A fragile, delicate girl. One use will paralyze her for days. Brother, I want the red one. Like a child fearing a stolen toy. She snatched the cleansing icon, pure ecstatic joy. Finally, I will be the worshipped hero. She looked at me with pure contempt. My foolish brother, you have no idea. The strongest power is mine now. Beg me. I calmly approached the discarded hoarding system. Fan, are you certain about that? That is a combat type. It will be exhausting. Having received a divine skill, her ego surged. She brushed her hair. Brother, I have finally realized the truth. You have protected me since childhood. This time, I will protect you. Leave the dirty, exhausting combat to me. That golden icon is merely storage space. Perfect for a meticulous man like you. You focus on the logistics alone. Protect me? I sneered. She wanted a mindless tool, draining my value like the previous life. I ignored her pathetic schemes. I touched the golden symbol. Radiant light instantly engulfed my entire body. System bound. Host Jing Bufan. Ability infinite store. 167 hours remain until the apocalypse begins. Jing Qing finished her binding. She looked absolutely ecstatic. She waved her hand. The crystal ashtray vanished instantly. She turned pale, gasping for air. Then pure, manic joy. It's real. I possess the power. Her dependence vanished instantly. Only blatant, raw arrogance remained. Brother, I'm tired. Fetch me water. Hand over our parents' bank cards. I must prepare. Ordering me like a common servant. I looked at her. Slow, cold, get out. Silence fell. Her smile froze instantly. She doubted her own ears. I had always been her subordinate. What did you just say? Still angry about the red system? I did it to protect you. I said, get the hell out. I stood, looking down at her. This house belongs to me. 10 minutes. Pack your things. Leave now. Have you lost your mind? Her mask finally slipped. This is our parents' home. Why evict me? I have awakened the world's strongest ability. Do you understand what that means? The apocalypse approaches. Only I can protect you. Offend me now. Beg for mercy later. Pure arrogance. He expects me to crawl. I sneered, closing the distance slowly. Cornered, I smashed the wall beside him. A thunderous impact. He collapsed in terror. Your ability makes clothes vanish. Pathetic. Have you forgotten the truth? You can clear waste, not create food. 7 days, temperatures drop 60 degrees. No food, no warmth, you will starve. He trembled, realizing his fatal oversight. I will seize resources, total erasure. Your warehouse, utterly useless trash. You will rely on me. Is that so? Then, I wish you luck. Argument is beneath me now. I open the door. Get out. Leave or face forced eviction. Trespassing is a crime. Leave now. His eyes burned with pure hatred. Fine. Expect no mercy from me. The end comes. You will crawl. Jing Bufan, do not regret this. He packed frantically, then he fled. One final, murderous glare. Die like a dog, soon. I leaned back. The first severance is complete. No more ungrateful backstabbers. No more betrayals. Finally, I can unleash my true power. May 15th, 2026. Exactly 10 a.m. 7 days until the apocalypse begins. I listed my villa, 80% market value, combined with my parents' vast inheritance. Total capital, 11 million yuan. I must survive 70 degrees sub-zero temperatures. An apocalypse fortress, impenetrable to undead. I require supplies for one person. Lifetimes of luxury, infinite resources. This current capital, not nearly enough. I mortgaged all shares, contacted loan sharks. Every credit line was drained dry. A desperate, calculating gambler. One afternoon, 16 million in liquid cash. Sufficient, for now. The bank balance was a blur of zeros. I felt absolutely no excitement. Only urgency. Money is merely scrap paper. Resources alone will ensure my survival. I accelerated toward the city outskirts. My objective was crystal clear. The abandoned cold storage logistics hub, once the city's largest freezing facility. Abandoned after the owner fled with millions. Isolated, expansive, a perfectly defensible terrain. A syndicate base, the ultimate sanctuary. Now, it belongs to me. I located the elderly site caretaker. 20,000 cash, a horror escape game. No paperwork, no questions asked. Just hand me the keys. Seeing the massive stack of cash, the old man's jaw hit the floor. He handed over the keys instantly. I locked the gates. I entered the massive underground vault. Abandoned for years, 10 meters deep, dark, cold, damp. 3,000 square meters, 8 meters high. System, scan the current space. Scan complete, semi-closed underground space detected. Perfect for a fortress. Enable the space anchor. This location will become a global supply hub. Teleport supplies instantly. Total control through the system. Anchored. Now I fill it. I headed to the largest market. The shopping spree began. My massive spending caused absolute chaos. A mysterious buyer, hoarding everything. Management took notice. I was ready for them. Annual supplies for remote mountain mines. A perfect lie. Impending winter blockades. We need everything now. Money talks. Cash silences every suspicious mind. Night fell. The first heavy convoys arrived. Workers gone. Gates locked tight. Supplies piled high. Mountains of resources. 5 meters of rice. I reached out. 50 tons of rice. Vanished instantly. I entered the system space. An endless white void. 50 tons of rice. Floating in silence. Perfectly preserved. Exactly as stacked. Time stands still here. Century-old rice. Still fresh. I let out a low growl. Absolute control. Pure intoxicating power. This is only the beginning. 60 degrees below zero. Food becomes frozen stone. 10,000 tons of fuel generators. Solar power. 7 days left. Food for 10 lifetimes. A nuclear-proof fortress. A notification suddenly flashed on screen. The sender was Jing Qing. It contained a single photograph. She sat with Chen Shu at a French restaurant. My poor brother, homeless already? Eating cheap instant noodles again? Celebrating our brand new life. Kneel and beg, I might share bread. I stared at the screen and smirked. Keep eating. Gorge yourselves. Your final meal on Earth. Enjoy your last human food. I casually typed a short reply. I ignored her. Blocked, shut down. I stood atop the steel mezzanine. Workers swarmed inside the massive steel beast. Boss, are these demands even possible? Old Hay, a top-tier contractor, spoke up. He stared at the blueprints in disbelief. 50-centimeter aerospace insulation, double-layered bulletproof steel. Preparing for a nuclear blast? Or fighting off Godzilla? Every original vent must be sealed. Install biochemical filtration systems now. Old Hay wiped his sweating brow. Kid, this will cost a fortune. The funds are already transferred. $5 million, a mere deposit. Finish everything in 3 days. Use only materials in stock. If unavailable, strip other sites. I turned, staring into Old Hay's eyes. Only one rule. Never ask why. No photos, no social media. 2 million more for your silence. Old Hay swallowed hard in shock. 7 million, 2 years of profit. Understood, boss. You are my god. Since you are so generous. Old Hay gives his word. Failure means my head is yours. He rushed off, fueled by adrenaline. My heart remained perfectly calm. I am building a sovereign ecosystem. I walked to the factory corner. A special delivery waited there. Heavy black metal filled the crates. Rare materials from restricted channels. High-voltage grids, military-grade glass. Humanity is the greatest threat. Desperate men tear through paper doors. The system seized all building materials. Precise alignment with the blueprints. Tons of supplies vanished instantly. The system installed them with precision. My steel fortress was finally sealed. Mountains of supplies. Never enough. Legitimate shopping channels are exhausted. Now the free shopping begins. 2 Light AM, Eastport Logistics Center. The city's massive supply hub. Containers stacked like giant blocks. Elite global resources were everywhere. I emptied half the warehouses tonight. I observed until a sharp pain pierced my mind. A warning for overextending my mental energy. Reluctantly, I was forced to stop. Sudden engine roars shattered the night's silence. Black SUVs stormed the secluded warehouse. Doors opened. Dozens of tattooed thugs emerged. Their bald leader barked orders to hurry. Boss Long demands this shipment moves tonight. Authorities are watching us very closely. The crates displayed prominent danger icons. I activated the system's long-range scan. TNT, acid, lethal contraband. My heart skipped a beat. This was the city's largest smuggling hub. The Pongha Syndicate. Enough TNT to annihilate any fortress. I instinctively licked my lips. A massive, unexpected windfall. This is my ultimate trump card. Opportunity knocked. I will answer. I silently utilized the system's storage properties. Touching the warehouse wall, I felt the ground. The target was within the system's range. Inventory everything. Absorb it all. Inside, the thug's vision suddenly blurred. Heavy crates vanished. Silence followed. The thugs froze mid-motion, grabbing empty air, staring in disbelief. Where are the crates? A haunting? Impossible. Boss Long, disaster. Everything is gone, vanished. The leader stared at the empty warehouse. Total shock, reality shattered. Who did this? Show yourself to me. Now. He drew his pistol, firing wildly into the sky, escaping through the chaos, scaling the perimeter wall, vanishing into the night. 24 hours remain. Nobody knew, the world's final sunset. Weather reports predicted cold fronts. Temperatures would drop. Warnings were issued. Everyone ignored the signs. They expected minor chills. I remained inside my fortress. Every entrance was sealed shut. Only one exit remained. I checked my phone. One last social scroll. Jing Qing posted an hour ago. Winter approaches. My heart stays warm. Thank you for the surprise. A bright future awaits us. Let that popper rot. I smiled, a truly radiant grin. I left a like. I posted a comment. Enjoy the final breeze. Soon, it becomes lethal. Suddenly, the light drizzle stopped. Hailstones struck the bulletproof glass. A literal hailstorm. Violent winds howled. Temperatures plummeted. Total freefall. Urgent notifications flooded my screen. A massive polar vortex arrived. Temperatures dropping 50 degrees. Citizens must return home immediately. Go home now, not a drill. The apocalypse arrived instantly. The world changed. Roads froze into black ice. Dozens of vehicles collided. Massive explosions erupted. Extreme cold extinguished the flames. Panicked passengers tried to escape. The doors were frozen solid. Someone shattered the window. They touched the freezing air. Their warmth vanished instantly. Their movements stiffened. Terror frozen forever. Lifelike statues of ice. Outside, it was minus 30 degrees, dropping 1 degree every minute. My safe room, perfect comfort. I wore a light t-shirt, eating sizzling steak, pure luxurious comfort. Downtown luxury apartment, freezing. What is happening? Why has the heating stopped? Jing Qing shivered uncontrollably. Even her expensive wool blanket failed. The complex heating pipes burst. Indoors, only 5 degrees. Not lethal yet, but for her, absolute living hell. Do something. We are freezing. She shoved Chen Shu. He was also trembling, desperately wearing every single layer. Shut up. I am freezing. This weather is insane. Impossible. Find some heat packs. Fast. They are in that box. They searched frantically. Less than 10 packs remaining. We won't survive the night. Wait. Your brother, he has money. He has resources. A hotel, call him now. She grabbed her phone. My number, currently unavailable. She threw her phone. Pure rage. That bastard, he disconnected. Wait. Chen Shu's eyes gleamed. I remember, the Nanchang wholesale market. I heard him. He kept repeating it. Western suburbs, an abandoned factory. He is hiding there. Definitely. We must find him. But the snow, it is blinding. Jing Qing watched the window. The blizzard looked truly terrifying. She hesitated. Staying meant certain death. This snow will not stop. Soon the pipes will burst from the ice. We have heat. We need my brother. My system, your mind, he will fall. His supplies will be ours. Greed conquered her fear. They bundled up. They rushed the car. Warm air flowed. They sighed with relief. Heading west, her eyes flashed with cruelty. I will make him kneel. Beg for my forgiveness. I watched the surveillance monitors. Stray dogs huddled together, shivering. One body convulsed violently. Its eyes turned blood red. An inhuman roar echoed across the wasteland. That mutated zombie beast. It lunged at the others. Fresh blood sprayed the snow. It froze into crimson crystals. This is lethal Arctic toxin. They thrive in the cold. I set my chopsticks down. It has arrived. I pressed the red button. Combat defense mode activated. The high-voltage grid roared to life. Blue arcs crackled in the wind. I toasted the blizzard on screen. Welcome to hell, my guess. Visibility 0. The BMW X5 swerved dangerously. It crawled through deep snow. Why haven't we arrived? Didn't you say 20 kilometers? Jing Qing shivered. Double-layered quilts, teeth chattering. Silence. Chen Shu's hands were numb. Purple frostbite. The GPS showed the destination. Damn it. Total visibility failure. A violent metallic snap. The chassis buckled instantly. Engine dead. Solid ice jammed the undercarriage. The car is finished. Chen Shu punched the steering wheel. Frozen leather. Excruciating searing pain. What? Jing Qing shrieked. You want me to die? Chen Shu, you are pathetic. Shut up. Drive it yourself. Chen Shu's survival instinct flared. His refined facade shattered instantly. Get out. Now. That silhouette ahead, the factory. We walk from here. They had no other choice. Stay here and freeze, die. Two clumsy figures, staggering through blizzards. Her lungs were crystallizing. Every breath was slow execution. 500 meters, 30 minutes. The factory loomed, a steel monster. They crawled toward the gate. The sight left them paralyzed. This was no abandoned factory. The decaying red brick walls were reinforced. Silver-gray metal plating covered every inch. Jing Qing rushed forward. She pounded the steel frantically. Bufan, Jing Bufan, I know you're inside. Open up, I'm freezing, let me in right now. Jing Bufan, it's Chen Shu, we are family. How can you watch us die? They screamed until hoarse. The gale swallowed their cries. Inside, I relaxed on a massive sofa. A wall of monitors stood before me. Thermal imaging revealed 2 heat signatures. They looked like pathetic, helpless flies. I swirled a glass of Lafite. The aroma was exquisite. Beside me, a copper pot simmered. Red chili oil bubbled intensely. The spicy scent was intoxicating. System, activate the external speakers. I gave the command calmly. The system complied instantly. Static crackled through the speakers. They jumped back in terror. Then, a lazy, mocking voice cut through the blizzard. Who is it? Disturbing people at midnight is illegal. Hearing his voice, Jing Qing burst into tears. Brother, it's me, your sister. Let your sister in now. It's freezing. We are dying. My sister? I spoke slowly. I took a loud, savory sip. The duck tripe is slightly overcooked. Who did you say you were? The 2 outside nearly choked. I am freezing like a dog. He is inside eating hot pot. The thought of food made them salivate. Their stomachs growled in betrayal. Bufan, stop playing dumb, you hear me? I am Jing Qing, your only sister. Open the door. I will explain everything later. It was all a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? I set down my chopsticks. I gripped the microphone. I watched her distorted face. My gaze turned cold, telling me to rot, a misunderstanding, wishing me a dog's death, also a misunderstanding. Those were just words spoken in anger. Jing Qing panicked. You're a man, why so petty? I was wrong, I apologize now. Satisfied? I said, I'm sorry. Is that enough? Now open the door. This wasn't an apology, it was a command. She believes 3 words demand my total forgiveness. That was the rule for 20 years. But the rules have changed. If apologies worked, the police would be useless. I let out a cold laugh. Since you have such backbone, use your powers. Where is your erasure system? This door is an eyesore, isn't it? Erase it now. My words struck like a lightning bolt. That's right. I have the system. Has the cold made me stupid? I forgot my own divine power. Fine. Keep the door locked. I'll open it myself. Don't beg for mercy later. A ruthless glint flashed in her eyes. She inhaled deeply. She slammed her frozen palm against the massive door. Energy surged. Crimson light erupted. Total impact. But the door didn't vanish. The red light shattered against an invisible wall. The impact recoiled instantly. Jing Qing's arm went numb. He collapsed backward into the freezing snow. System warning. Target density extreme. High-level energy reinforcement. Forced removal requires a spatial anchor. Current host status. Level 1. Forced removal is currently impossible. Consume life force still impossible. Jing Qing stared in utter disbelief. An unyielding gate. His system failed. How is this possible? He couldn't even open a door. My ruthless laughter echoed through the speakers. Aerospace alloys, $5 million. My system counters yours completely. Your cleansing ability is useless here. Get lost. Don't stain my snow. The speakers cut to silence. Massive floodlights ignited above the gate. Blinding beams scorched their vision. Frozen ground, an impenetrable gate. This was true, absolute despair. 30 minutes passed. They hadn't moved. Engine dead, shivering against the wall. What now? My legs are completely numb. Purple lips, frozen eyelashes, agony. He surrendered his last thin layer. Shaking uncontrollably, his gaze drifted. Don't sleep. You'll never wake. Suddenly, a divine aroma drifted down. I stood atop the second-floor balcony, clutching a steaming hot pot. Qin Bufan, I beg you, just one hot sip. Chen Shu finally broke. Kneeling, he kowtowed frantically. Remember our friendship? I taught you basketball. Save me, please. Friendship? Truly pathetic. I sneered, lifting a perfectly cooked brisket. Where was your friendship when you locked me out? Steaming beef fell, chili oil dripped before them. Into the filth, Chen Shu lunged. Someone was faster. Jing Qing snatched it, swallowed it whole, filth and all. The warmth brought a moan of pure satisfaction. Does it taste good? Delicious, so delicious. Jing Qing nodded, tears streaming down. You've eaten, now, get out. My security system detected unwanted scavengers. Green eyes glowed, within the swirling snow. Low growls drifted upon the freezing wind. Mutated zombie dogs, approaching fast. Run, run now. Chen Shu bolted, but the ground was frozen. They slipped, crashing into the ice, hard. A beast lunged, sinking teeth into his thigh. Help me! Qin Bufan, save me! He screamed, like a slaughtered pig. He kicked desperately. The beast felt nothing. In desperation, his eyes flashed with malice. He threw Jingqing right into the jaws. Senior? What are you doing? She screamed. Rotting jaws neared her throat. Life or death, survival overrode her fear. She glared, staring down the lunging beast. The red system icon flashed frantically. Disappear, forever. The beast's head vanished instantly. Headless weight crushed his lungs. Host eliminated a level 1 mutant. 10 experience points. Stamina critical. His vital energy drained completely. Vision blurred, near total collapse. Against all odds, he survived. This drama is becoming entertaining. I lowered my binoculars, amused. Refuse to leave? I'll guide you. My voice echoed with devilish temptation. Travel east toward the guard station. Shattered glass, but functional shelter. Your only chance at survival. I slammed the window shut. Trembling shadows, predator eyes. Jingqing shoved the corpse aside. He ignored Chen Shu completely. They scrambled inside before impact. A cramped, windswept station. Using scrap wood and newspapers. Desperately sealing every broken window. Collapsed in dust, gasping. Qing, are you hurt? Chen Shu offered a pathetic smile. I intended to push the beast. Please do not misunderstand me. Get away from me. Our protagonist coldly rejected him. The innocent facade shattered completely. I see your true intentions. You are now pathetic trash. Jingqing leaned against the wall, eyes closed. Touch me again? Your head rolls. Chen Shu froze, malice flickered, he hit it. The system made killing easy, he endured. 100 kilometers away, I relaxed in luxury. A high-end tablet in hand. My military-grade satellite receiver bypassed the blackout. Global news scrolled across the screen. China declared a maximum emergency state. Government shelters opened their doors. Survivors were urged to seek refuge. Eastern Sports Center, shelter number 7. In my past life, this was the largest base. Too many people, supplies vanished instantly. Total chaos, the infamous food riot followed. Thousands died, history remains unchanged. News off, system interface engaged. Current stockpile, 32,000 ton. System level 1, 0% experience. Upgrade requirement, 10 level 1 nuclei. In the future, nuclei enhance powers. But I already know that. That idiot Jingqing fled. He abandoned the ultimate prize. Free experience, never waste it. I donned my lightweight nanothermal suit. Tactical axe gripped, time for a hunt. I claim my first fortune tonight. Checking on my frozen gatekeeping pets. Crossing the frozen western wasteland silently. Zombie dogs ahead, circling the booth. Behind the snow, the first zombie dog growled. Zero reaction, my axe struck. A dull thud, the skull shattered. Level 1 eliminated, experience +5, pack alerted. A massive mastiff led. It turned, dark green eyes locked on. It lunged forward like a massive tank. Half a meter away. I aimed, at the frozen earth. 2 meters of thick ice vanished instantly. It stumbled, falling fast. Strike now. End it. I dove into the abyss. My tactical axe carved a lethal arc. The blade sliced the weak neck. Its hideous head rolled. Elite killed. 20 experience points gained. Item dropped. 1 level 1 strength core. It finally dropped. Absolute, silent triumph. I knelt, reaching into the skull. I pulled out a faint red crystal. The apocalypse's most valuable currency. Cores power zombies. They also evolve humanity. 5 remaining beasts barked above. Paralyzed by the pit. A cold, ruthless smile. Do not hurry, you are merely experience. I summoned a modified nail gun. Total, effortless slaughter. I climbed out, I looted every corpse. 7 kills, 3 cores exceptional luck. System experience reached 45%. I stored the cores, I approached the post. Empty, only messy footprints and scratched walls. Ying Bufan, just you wait. A sinister cold laugh. Their will to live is strong. I let out a cold sneer. I felt zero concern. Pathetic insects, meaningless threats. In this apocalypse, life is agony. Arrogant hearts, pathetically weak fates. Enjoy your blessings at the shelter. A true bloody killing field. I vanished into the blizzard. My combat prowess is now undeniable. With enough ruthlessness, I rule here. Next target, the First People's Hospital. I need that vital antiviral serum. Essential medicine for early survival. The sports center is now a shelter. Thousands of survivors crowded the gates. Chaos cries desperate agonizing pleas. Armed soldiers enforce brutal order. Wounded, immediate isolation. 1 bowl of porridge daily. Want more? Join the rescue squad. Jingqing looked absolutely pathetic. Halt! What are you doing? A soldier blocked their path. I am an awakened. She screamed in desperate madness. I possess supernatural powers. I am special. Let me in now. Take me to your commander. The soldier froze in shock. High Command issued a formal decree. They must screen for those with special abilities. But lately there are far too many frauds. Prove your worth. The soldier spoke with cold indifference. Jingqing inhaled deeply, suppressing her agonizing exhaustion. She turned toward a massive road-blocking boulder. Hand extended, disappear. Crimson light flashed. The massive boulder vanished instantly. It simply ceased to exist. The crowd fell deathly silent. The soldier's pupils dilated in shock. He grabbed the radio. Space type at the gate. No, it's erasure. An awakened one. Requesting immediate instructions. Minutes later, they entered a heated office. A high-ranking officer sat behind the desk. He scanned Jingqing. You claim erasure powers? Commander Wang Feng paused. Scale? Living targets? Anything within a 2-meter diameter. Feeling the warmth, Jingqing spoke clearly. I can erase living beings. I just destroyed a mutant Tibetan Mastiff. Combat class talent, private room. Meet. Wang Feng laughed, a truly mocking sound. A combat class, little girl? One dog makes you invincible? He stood, pointing at the massive crowds. Zombies number in the tens of thousands. You'll be exhausted instantly, utterly useless. One bullet. Job done. Jingqing's expression froze instantly. Manager Wang's tone shifted suddenly. He glared at the frozen runway. Your useless power serves a purpose. Snow blocks every supply route now. We must clear a lifeline. Shoveling snow, a god-tier skill. Manual snow removal. Jingqing felt utterly humiliated. I am an awakened elite, destined to rule this apocalypse. Yet I am a laborer? I refuse this pathetic insult. You refuse? Wang's smile vanished instantly. No work means no food. Then rot in the snow. Armed guards stepped forward instantly. Rifles aimed, Chen Shu's legs buckled. He grabbed her sleeve, desperately, signaling her with frantic eyes. Stay calm, survival comes first. Her pride shattered under fire. Damn it all. Gritting her teeth, she submitted. Assigned to the cleaning squad. Subject 098, a simple task. Confronting a wall of ice. She cleared the frozen barrier. The convoy advanced, meter by meter. Every strike drained her soul. Faster, no more delays. The entire convoy is waiting. Move now or face consequences. Lacking any ability, Chen Shu joined the lowest labor crew. He dragged frozen, bitten corpses to the incinerator. The stench was nauseating, constant infection risk. Enduring for moldy bread. They collapsed onto bunks beneath the stadium stands. Hundreds crammed together, filth filled the air. Jingqing wept, staring at his ulcerated hand. This is wrong, I am a regressor. Jing Bufan, are you gloating now? Nails pierced skin through the filthy blanket. Just you wait. Meet the commander. You will vomit everything you stole. Frozen zombies pack the hospital square. They sense warmth. They wake up. System activated. Stealth field. I deployed a soundproof field around me. I grappled directly to the 3rd floor. The pharmacy was clear. Few zombies. Medicine vanished with a single touch. Sudden, heavy gunfire downstairs. Modified riot vehicles smashed the gates. Armed thugs opened fire on the horde. The Black Shark Gang. Them again. They came to loot the medicine. Enemies meet again. I smirked. Time for a show. Watching the chaos unfold. Overwhelming, lethal firepower. They cleared a path toward the elevators. Gunfire attracts the horde. Thousands approaching. The ground exploded. A massive 3-meter zombie surged upward. Level 2, Strength Tyrant. My pupils narrowed. A rank 2 anomaly emerged already. What is this monstrosity? Black Sand members froze. AKs fired. Bullets struck but barely penetrated. The tyrant let out a furious roar. It hurled a discarded gurney like a frisbee. 2 thugs were crushed into paste. Total chaos erupted instantly. A perfect opportunity. My eyes gleamed. That rank 2 core grants instant evolution. New skill potential unlocked. I waited. Let them exhaust the monster. 5 minutes later, silence returned. 7 members slaughtered. The tyrant, severely wounded. It panted heavily, attempting to regenerate. Now, I dove like a hawk. Mid-air, I summoned high-grade explosives. Ignite the fuse. A parting gift. The tyrant opened its maw. Instinctively, it swallowed the bait whole. I landed, rolling behind a pillar. A violent explosion shook the foundations. Smoke cleared. Its head was gone. A headless corpse slumped in blood. I scavenged through the mangled flesh. Finally, a walnut-sized energy core. Rank 2 power detected. Absorb and evolve. The core dissolved into pure warmth. It surged inward. My bones cracked. Power surged. Evolution successful. Current status, level 2, new skill. Skill spatial blade, a 1-meter rift. Ignores defense, slices through everything. I casually slashed the riot vehicle's thick armor, slicing steel like tofu, absolute irrational power. I retracted my power, the engines idled. The vehicles overflowed with looted black shark supplies. Much appreciated, gentlemen. I waved at corpses, total loot acquisition, medicine, level ups, massive wealth, a successful raid. This is the true apocalyptic lifestyle. Day 15, official refuge zone 7. The stagnant air felt suffocatingly still. Rot and mold, the scent of despair. 50,000 reduced to 30,000 survivors. Order has utterly collapsed. Generators failed. Civilization's light finally died. In darkness, humans became starving beasts. Food is gone. The leader hoards everything. The riot exploded without warning. Starving thousands breached the defensive lines. They flooded the central hub like vermin. Gunfire, pure, unadulterated chaos. Jingqing cowered, clutching a worn shovel. This week was worse than death. Once fair hands, now bloodied and blistered. The system turned him into a slave. Run, this place is finished. Chenshu arrived, face soaked in blood. The monsters breached the outer perimeter. This becomes a wasteland now. Run, but run where? Jingqing stared into the blinding storm. Outside, -60 degrees. Leaving is certain death. Find me in the western suburbs. Chenshu grabbed him, shook him violently. I have realized everything now. 2 people cannot succeed. What if we bring thousands? Can his fortress stop an army? Impossible. Jingqing froze. Chenshu whispered like a demon. Commander Wang possesses armored vehicles, heavy weaponry. Tell him about the western fortress. Infinite supplies. Heat, electricity. Imagine his reaction. Despair turned to pure malice, absolute madness. Why should I rot in hell, while Jingbu Fan enjoys paradise? You refused me entry. I bring hell to you. Everyone dies together. Inside, Commander Wang burned documents, preparing retreat. Commander, I know a place. Jingqing stormed in, ignoring the weapons. Massive stockpiles, generators, absolute defense. Commander Wang turned. He stared intensely. What did you say? Lie to me. You die now. No lies. It is my brother. He awakened a hoarding system. He emptied every city warehouse, total dominance. The abandoned factory, we take it, we survive. Everyone will live. The commander's eyes ignited. Pure greed, a path to survival. Excellent. Very well. Issue the order. Listen to me. Refuse death, refuse starvation. Everyone, follow me. Objective, the western suburbs. Conquer the fortress. Take everything inside. The news spread like a virus. A massive food hoard exists out west. Strip that rich air bare. Mutual slaughter turned into unified greed. 5 armored vehicles led the vanguard. Dozens of modified trucks followed behind. Thousands of survivors formed a massive army. Jingqing clutched his military rations. A cruel, ruthless smirk appeared. I've brought a legion to greet you. Try staying hidden behind those doors. Hungry zombies trailed the massive crowd. Silence from the fortress, only destiny. I donned my black tactical coat, standing behind the bulletproof glass, sipping a glass of vintage red, watching the steel dragon approach. Finally, the hunt begins now. System warning, massive hostile force approaching. 5 armored units, heavy machine guns, grenade launchers, 12 awakened elites, 3,000 armed savages, absolute chaos, 5,000 zombies, 3 elite mutants. They truly respect my power. I took a slow, calm sip. No fear, only absolute excitement. Boredom was my only true enemy. Beyond power upgrades, life was dull. Dancing on blades, the ultimate thrill. The convoy halted 500 meters. Director Wang's voice echoed through speakers. Listen closely. We are the official Shelter 7 rescue team. We are requisitioning your supplies. Disarm and open the gates. Cooperate now. We will grant you special advisor status. A special advisor? I laughed coldly into the microphone. You mean a special slave? My voice echoed with blatant, unfiltered mockery. Supervisor Wang, I presume? I remember my past life clearly. You love dissecting and studying the awakened. Want to study my space now? Wang's expression darkened at such defiant arrogance. Rejecting mercy, choose death instead. Jingqing, break that door down. Use your family bonds, make him surrender. Jingqing was shoved forward onto the armored vehicle. Jingbu Fan, you are completely surrounded. Look at these starving people. You are hoarding all these vital supplies. Does your conscience not ache? Open the gates now, or face total annihilation. Torn into pieces? I smiled, hovering over the red button. Still so naive, dear sister. You brought me fresh target practice. Open fire, Wang lost all patience. An RPG shrieked toward the factory gates. Suddenly, an invisible energy shield flickered to life. The projectile deflected, striking a nearby truck instead. Thugs vaporized into twisted scrap metal. What? Everyone stood in absolute paralyzed shock. Counterattack, fire at will. Heavy gunfire barely even scratched the paint. I snapped my fingers, now my turn. I press the button. Secondary defense systems engaged. The minefield activates. Hundreds of mines detonated instantly. The snow turned crimson. Hundreds evaporated instantly. Fall back. Retreat now. Chaos erupted. The crowd became a panic swarm. Suddenly, a deafening roar shook the frozen fields. The scent of blood summoned thousands of zombies. Driven by bloodlust, they charged like rabid dogs. Save us. Zombies behind us, trapped on all sides. Fan, use your powers. Clear the mines. Do it now. Manager Wang aimed his gun at Jingqing's head. Jingqing trembled in absolute terror. He exhausted his remaining energy. It was futile. Within seconds, his nose began to bleed. I'm collapsing, I can't take anymore. Absolute, crushing exhaustion. The useless Manager Wang kicked him off the vehicle. Escape? Impossible. You arrived, now you pay. I aimed my hand at the fleeing vehicle. Spatial blade, a black rift tore through reality. Total silence. The 10-ton vehicle was sliced in half. The crowd stood paralyzed in pure awe. Is this the power of a god? Chen Shu hid among the corpses, paralyzed by fear. The slaughter lasted for 3 agonizing hours. Only a few escaped into the deep snow. 3,000 men, utterly wiped out. Heat from the blood melted the frozen ground. A massive, open-air morgue. My heavy machine gun annihilated the zombie horde. The slaughter ends. The blizzard fades. A pale moon illuminates this earthly hell. Only 2 survivors remained at the gate. Jingqing and Chen Shu, survival through pure luck. Hiding beneath the armored wreck, playing dead. Barely clinging to their pathetic lives. The gate opens, axe in hand. I approach. Jingqing collapses, blood-soaked. He crawls like a dog. I was truly wrong. Director Wang forced my hand. You know I am a coward. They forced us. All of them. Jing Bufan, Master Fan, have mercy on me. I will be your slave forever. I stop, silence. I summon luxury furniture. A clay stove appears, water boils, seasoning added. A spicy, rich aroma drifts out. Thinly sliced mutton, dipped slowly, pure elegance. Do you want some? I lift the meat, cooling it gently. They salivate, desperate hunger, overwhelming terror. One bite, please, I beg you. Jingqing wails in desperation. This scene feels very familiar. I eat slowly, savoring the flavor. In my past life, I begged you. Behind a door, 1 drop of water, even expired crackers. What did you say then? Jingqing trembles, utter silence. Supplies are for the useful only. I set my chopsticks down, my icy gaze pierced them. Now I return those words. To you. Standing up, my tactical axe gleamed. Cold moonlight reflected off steel. Chen Shu, I spoke his name. Hoping for survival, he looked up, desperately. You claim to love Jingqing, willing to die for her? Death, he hesitated, glancing at her. Kill her then, enjoy hot pot inside. You will receive a warm room. I tempted him. I offered evolution, become an awakened. A dagger slid toward him, cold, deadly. The ultimate test of humanity. Jingqing recoiled in absolute horror. Senior, you wouldn't do this. We are lovers, aren't we? He eyed the blade, then the fortress. That brilliantly lit warm sanctuary. He looked at his filthy woman. She was utterly worthless now. The mask of love shattered completely. He grabbed a dagger, pure ferocity. Jingqing, you heard him. Die for me. I must live. You are useless. Die for me. She screamed. Desperate survival instinct erupted. Exhausted, yet she disarmed him instantly. He pinned Jingqing down. Out of my way. They struggled like savage beasts in blood. Absolute, hideous depravity. I watched this pathetic, laughable comedy. Mangled, blinded, both were utterly broken. Magnificent, but I lied. I approached, raising the heavy axe. My sanctuary never harbors filthy trash. Amidst their desperate, agonizing screams, the axe fell, blood sprayed. A blooming flower of crimson death. The debt is finally settled. I turned with a simple wave. The corpses and the armored wreck. The system recycled every last trace. The entrance was pristine once more. Outside, the eternal blizzard raged on. The world died. I shall thrive. I retrieved a bottle of vintage whiskey. 2 glasses poured, 1 for Earth. To my foolish past life self. To this cruel, glorious new world. Welcome to the